Let us look at proposition number 13 of book 5 of Euclid's Elements. The proposition says that if a first magnitude has to a second magnitude the same ratio as a third has to the fourth, and the third has to the fourth a greater ratio than the fifth to a sixth, then the first also has to the second a ratio greater than the fifth to the sixth. Or in simple terms, if A is to B is equal to C is to D, and C is to D is greater than E is to F, then A is to B is also greater than E is to F. Let's see how we proceed in proving this. Now we are given that A is to B is equal to C is to. Remember, they may not be, A and C may not be equal, but the ratio with B and D of A and C is equal. And we are given that C is to D is greater than E is to F. Okay. Now G and H we draw as equimultiples of C, and we draw KL as equimultiples of D and F, such that G is greater than K but H is less than L. Based on this, we draw M such that G is to C equal to M is to A. So we maintain the ratio of G is to C when we are drawing M with respect to A. Similarly, we draw N such that K is to D equal to N is to B. We are not directly taking M as a multiple of A and N as a multiple of B. We are using the ratios between C and G and D and K to draw M and N with respect to A and B. So we are maintaining the ratio. Okay, so now that we have this construction, if G is greater than K, then M will also be greater than N. If it is equal, it will be equal. If it is less, if G is less than K, then M will be less than N. Okay, that is because they are equimultiples, ratios are being maintained, and we know A is to B equal to C is to D. So using definition 5.5, we can say that if G is greater than K, then M is greater than N. If they are equal, these two are equal. If G is less than K, then M is less than. But remember, while constructing it itself, we made sure that G is greater than K. Now, since G is greater than K, we know M is going to be greater than N. Now, what all do we know? H is not greater than L. That is, H is less than L. And we know that M and H are equimultiples of A, E, M and H are equimultiples with respect to A and E, we can say, because MG are equimultiples of A and C, we can say, because we maintain the ratio between G and C and M and A. Yes. So which means that M and H are again equimultiples of A and E, and N and L would also be other arbitrary multiples of B and F. Based on definition 5.7, we can say that A is to B is again greater than E is to F. So since here the ratio is greater and here it is lesser, and these are equimultiples of this, so we can say that A is to B is greater than E is to F. So that was proposition 13 of book 5 of Euclid's Elements. Again, let me remind you, there is a link to a PDF book which describes all these propositions in detail. Please feel free to download it, refer to it, and if you feel somebody else can also benefit from it, please do share it. That's it for now.